So I feel as though women, we came from matriarchies that ended up being bastardized and taken over. We still have some left on this earth, but we're living in a country where wrinkly old demonic looking dudes, okay, who get away, they're getting away with crime left and right. Left and right. People are running into office to escape the crimes that they committed in their past and escape the crimes that they're presently committing. That's a whole entire other story. But those same people are people that are trying to tell women what they can do with their bodies. And the thing, I'm flat out like, they should be able to do what they need to do, and that's it. Especially, you can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You either got to pay right, give good benefits, have the cost of living and quality of life right, and then you won't even need to be extra with the control situation, because if these women are able to afford to take care of a child, because rape is common, but it's much more common for regular everyday women that are like, there's not another kid that I'm pushing out. Like, I'm done with that, you know? And they don't want to get their tubes tied because they want their flow. They want to be able to have their flow because that's our natural defense for toxins. Like, period. Men don't even have that. Supposedly, Eve was so horrible because she took the apple and da-da-da-da, and she was damned with her period. Meanwhile, 2023, with all the toxicity that toxic masculinity and patriarchies have just bled out into the earth. Thank goodness. Thank God. Okay? That we can freaking bleed up in this bitch. But don't get me started on that. I'm going to just be concise about it. So, and I don't see this anywhere. I do not see this anywhere. That's why I'm like, I got to say it. Okay. All of the people that are talking about their anti-abortion, for one, if I'm going to be a judgmental bitch, if I'm going to go in God mode and I'm going to look at them dead in their eyes and look at their whole entire soul, they look like demons, okay? They look like demons. Look at their face. They look like the blob. They're melting inside of themselves. It's showing on the outside how miserable and hateful and trash they are. How many of you are living in squalor? Okay? Squalor. How many of you are living in poverty? On the struggle, on the day-to-day, and you still look good. You still got the eyes of a child. You still walking around this bitch looking like yo ass 20-something, okay? Because you don't have no hate in your heart. You don't have, you can speak facts about injustices, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you hate that person or you hate those people, and you have this vengeance or whatever. Like, the negative energies attached to that. We don't have that. We're chilling. Now, those same people that look like demons, and if niggas know, they know. If you go, because there's people that know, like they've studied and they went over there and they went into they basically became theologians, like, and then historians on top of that. Those people, you know what they doing. You know what they doing. Okay? You know how they founded the country. You seen the demonic altars that they made on top of native lands, on top of the banking industry, how the banking industry literally was founded by a demonic ritual. Okay, so don't get me started on that. Now, so if you know, you know. If you don't know, you better get yourself over there and do you some research. Because I ain't up in here about to educate you on that. I'm over here talking about the facts of the other facts. So those same demon-looking people that are claiming Christianity, okay, they be up in church, what? Hardly ever. Some of them be up in church Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, okay? And you can have church in your closet. You can have relationship, you can't have church in closet. You can have a relationship with God in your closet. You can have a relationship with God in the streets. You could have a relationship with God homeless, okay? You can have a relationship with God through me. There's plenty of different ways that you can have a relationship with God, right? They do not believe in God. They're using religion and the religious doctrine to form the foundation of oppression, okay? Just like the freaking people who turned tribal slave capture, tribal soldier capture, and turning them into slaves. Like, you have war, you have at most 10 slaves you might have caught, because tribes was, small level. They took that and turned it into a massive conglomeracy of business. And then it okey-doked everybody for how long? At least 300 years. Then, instead of being overtly slavers, okay, they went under the table slavery, okay? They got child sex slavery. They doubled down because once the brown people were like, yo, the slavery gotta go. They're like, oh, it's no slavery. You got equal rights. Da-da-da. There's no KKK. The KKK, that's just a couple racists. It's just a couple bad apples. Meanwhile, those of us who grew up down the dirt path from the KKK, riding around with their hoods, all up on their damn horses, riding around the campfire, it was a lot of them niggas in one spot. Them niggas everywhere. We was telling everybody, yo, they everywhere. They everywhere. Nobody want to believe us. I'm like, they everywhere. They all up in everywhere. And then I was like, and a lot of the stuff that they're I started saying a lot of the stuff that they're talking about sounds like Nazi stuff, but I couldn't prove it. I couldn't I didn't see overt evidence of it. Then when January 6th protests and shit started going on, we seen the flags. They running the flags together. They on it together. And Germany is in a panic because Germany's like, we do not want to go. We do not want to be publicly shamed again. We need to prosecute these Nazis that we let live for 100 years. We knew where every one of them were, and we didn't put them into the court and lock their asses up. And every excuse they had. So 2023, them niggas like, we locking up old niggas, okay? They don't give a shit if they in a wheelchair, they locking their ass up. Because they not trying to face that wrath. Because they know Germany's been working with America since back when they done took down the Nazis. Because they hired them. So they already know what their ass is doing. So they already, when you see Germany start making moves like that, you like, oh, it's about to go down. It's about to go down up in this bitch. Because there's a lot of shit going on over here. A lot of people don't know. So, I digress. But, let's go back. All of the Republicans, and I have personal, private experience with Republicans. And minority Republicans. The ones that they okey-doked into being their, Uncle Tom tools or whatever. They not worried about no damn kids. When them kids come out, they don't give a shit about them kids. They calling their mamas welfare mamas. Meanwhile, their whole entire party is run off of subsidies, okay? Their whole entire party, all their businesses are run on subsidies. They get contracts because the good old boy network. So basically, all the money that they get is basically a handout from our money. And then they have the audacity to be calling people who they forced to have kids, who felt like, okay, I'm on the struggle, I need to go get some, public assistance or whatever the case may be, calling the welfare mamas and all this stuff. The money, and a lot of people, I'm surprised a lot of people don't know this, but I'm going to say it because every time I go on the internet, it's somebody out there that does not know this. Welfare, public assistance is not a, what do they call it? Oh my gosh. What's the word for it? Oh, and it's not an entitlement. It is not an entitlement program. Public assistance gives you your tax dollars back. Okay? Whether you're working class or not. So stop that whole, your little cliquey ass working class people bullshit. Put that shit to the side because it's bullshit. Every fucking time you spend money up in this bitch, you paying taxes. And those taxes, they get split up amongst a lot of shit. And welfare is one of them. Okay? Welfare is one of them. So you go, this is what it is. You go to the local government and ask the local government for some money. Your money. Your money. They say, oh, sure, we'll help you out, but you have to meet these requirements. You meet these requirements. You go get that money. It doesn't matter how long you've been getting that money. You got to pay that money back. And they claim that they're trying to get you out of that system. They're not trying to get you out of that system. They're trying to keep you psychologically, physically, mentally, all of that down. Emotionally, they're trying to keep you down, down, down into this state of like, you can't do better. And it's not to say that you can, because there's a lot of things that you could be doing. The problem is they're monopolizing all of your damn time. All of your damn time. And then they are in business with your landlords, and your landlords are abusing you, and they're getting away with it. They're harassing you, and they're getting away with it. So the warfare is across the board on the fuck shit. Okay? And if you don't like my language, listen, go somewhere else. You can remain stupid if you want. You want to sit there and be stuck on your Christian values, your religious values, and you want to sit there and be worried about how I choose to express myself? That's your problem. Stay stupid. Stay stupid. Because the rest of these niggas are out here spoon feeding you bullshit. I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going to change who I am to fucking educate you. I'm fucking giving you education for free. That took me decades to study and learn. So you better appreciate it. And if you don't, you can get the fucking stepping. You can get the fucking stepping. Now, and I don't give a shit about how you feel about it. Now, those same people could, because Republicans try to act like Democrats are not capitalists. Democrats are capitalists as shit. They're participating in the child slavery. They over there with the Republicans participating in the child slavery. They right there with the Republicans taking away your gun rights so that you cannot fight against them. So should shit hit the fan. They're all the way all about the damn, and they're getting contracts too. They're getting contracts too. They're defrauding niggas too. They on both sides, they're fucked up. And they're getting okey-doked by all these oligarchs from all these other countries. On top of that, they got them within this country. The Mooney kid, the Mooney cult. There was a documentary on the Mooney cult. I dated somebody in the Mooney cult. They knew about the Mooney cult. New York married a bunch of the families involved in the Mooney cult. Okay? And the Mooney cult was basically somebody who said that they were the Messiah, running a church. And then part of their church was that they take randomly people from around the entire world who know nothing about each other. They marry them, and then they're in the cult. Then they have the kids because they don't believe in abortion. Then they have kids. Then they take those kids on American soil. This is done on American soil. This is not no North Korea shit. Okay? This is on American soil. They take those kids and they put them into slavery, put them out on the street and make them peddle flowers and sell flowers, cash money. And they take that cash money and they invest it in the Democratic and the Republican Party. This is assassination worthy shit. So if I go missing, first of all, you see some shit go down with me. Anytime you see some fucked up shit go down with me, trust and believe it's because I know what I know, and I do not give a shit to talk about what I'm talking about, because I don't fear nobody. Nobody. Number two, I'm about it every single day, even in my sleep. Even in my sleep. And I don't even come out here with the emotional. I practice yoga. I do meditation. I do moving meditation. Okay? A lot of y'all niggas do yoga. You not even on that master level moving meditation. I do moving meditation. With the pain level that I have, moving meditation is what gets me through my life. Okay? But let's go back. Those same Republicans that sit there and tout religious doctrine as to why you shouldn't have abortion. It's not okay to kill kids. Okay? That's what they're doing. Not only are they killing them, they are torturing them because they're setting them up to have lives of complete struggle and despair, zero quality of life. We're talking all you doing is being on the struggle, working for the money to give it to them so that they can fuck around and waste your shit and give it to their fucking family members over in another country who they've been fighting with. Since that's their history. When you look at white people history, their whole goddamn history, they've been fighting their damn family members. They giving their goddamn family members money to fight the damn family members. That's your money. And then every time they turn around talking about they don't have no damn money for no reparations, motherfuckers taking money every time you turn around giving it to somebody else. The fuck are you talking about? Now, these guys sit there and talk about the religious doctrine saying, oh, the gays are evil. These women that want abortion, they want to kill kids and this and this and that. No, those women don't want to kill kids. Okay? Those women want decent ass quality of life, and they do not want to bring a child into this life to go through suffrage. It's very simple. Very simple. You're creating the suffrage. Then when they have whatever shit happens to them, because that's traumatic. So they're going to go out drinking, doing whatever they're doing. They might get out there and get caught up and I've known people for facts. Men walk around here and they don't give a shit about, oh, you want to have, they don't give a shit about the fact that you want to like blow off steam or anything like that. No. Because only they're allowed to blow off steam. The way they want to blow off steam is roofing bitches and raping them and keeping their reputation. That's how they want to blow off steam. While these guys are all hunkered up at their fucking golf courses, everybody circle jerking each other and doing their little loopholes to get around the fucking goddamn shit that was written by white supremacists. Get around the white supremacist system, the literal entity that they are managing. Not only are they racist, because not all of them are. But if they're talking that shit, they racist. Because at the end of the day, who is it affecting? It's affecting brown people most of all. Then, because back when they started the whole, oh, we're not racist, it's just a few bad apples, what did they start doing? Because white people remember. Poor white people remember. Y'all were doing fine. What happened when they started acting like it was just a few bad apples, when y'all niggas were on the whole blue line damn bandwagon talking about, oh, this isn't what's going on, police brutality, abuse of authority is not going on, da-da-da. Y'all were good. Now what happened? They doubled down on the oppression. They were like, you nigger lovers. That's what they did. And think about what they did. You nigger lovers. Now look at how many white people being killed. Look at how many white people got locked up. Look at how many white people they done fucked up. Look how many white people's life they fucked up. And we talking middle class, decent ass white people. The middle class is disappearing. Y'all niggas about to be in poverty. They even doing it to rich white people. And rich is not wealthy. Rich is not wealthy. But that's what the rich people get for fucking with these goddamn racists. Okay? So that's what they get. The regular niggas that was just middle class, just working class people, they had all of us fighting each other. And I was looking at y'all like, y'all don't see that? How y'all don't see that? Because it wasn't happening to you. Now it's happening to you, bitch. Do you see that shit? Do you see it? The fuck? So they use the religious doctrine and they sit there and they looking like whole ass demons while they're trying to force you to be a baby slave. Like the slave of a baby. Because a baby is like, you working for that baby. Everything you doing is for that baby. You ain't got no time for nothing else. And if you don't have no support system, you're fucked. And even with a support system, many of them are still fucked. Many of them are still living paycheck to paycheck. So tell me, what's evil? What's evil? Them setting you up to kill a baby. Because that's what they did. And it's not a baby, it's a fetus. The spirit didn't get up in that shit yet. Okay? But that's a whole nother subject. What they're doing is the way that they behave. They're the people that loved, oh, grab them by the pussy. Okay? They're those people. They're those people who go out, snort cocaine, run with fucking cocaine dealers, play golf together, act like a full mafia together, have foot soldier police officers that act like a mafia together. That's organized crime. They're down to the judges and the prosecutors. Down to them. Down to them. They all play golf together. So, if that's how they operate, and you know, there was a guy, and you know, I have total respect for the men that be telling the truth, because, listen, if you've seen it, you've seen it. Some of them, you know, got to see it to believe it. So, this guy was like flat out, he worked at an abortion clinic, and he was like, hold on a second, I gotta put my charger in, my shit is dying. He worked for an abortion clinic, and he went in early one day and was like, and he normally goes to work on time, but he went in early that day, and he seen like a whole bunch of cars lined up outside the clinic, and he was like, I don't know why all these cars out here, like, it's not even, this place not even open for like another couple hours. Like, why is it looking like regular day? He goes up in there. He said why the clinic was opening up to take upper echelon people in privacy so that they were not seen with regular people. Get that through your head. Get that through your head. It's the same thing that we said when we were talking about police brutality and abuse of authority. White people and black people, they do the same amount of drugs. They commit the same type of crimes, the same amount of crimes, for the exception of the serial killing. I don't know. I think that minorities are maybe possibly trying to catch up. Like, I don't know, because I've been seeing, you know, a couple minority serial killers popping off recently. But still, leaps and bounds far away from them on the serial killing. Now, take note of that. Because if you are a serial killer, and the FBI knows this, they know how to profile people. If you're a serial killer and you're a narcissist, they just found this white boy the other day that was a serial killer who went into the justice system as his degree. He went into for criminal justice. Then he was interviewing everybody and trying to see, interviewing criminals and trying to see why that they, you know, how they felt when they were serial killing. The nigga was a serial killer. I've been known. I've been looking at the way that they've been acting. I'm like, these people are acting like a bunch of serial killers, and their trophies are basically us sitting here being in misery, because they get enjoyment out of our misery. Because if they want to go on the narcissism and all the stuff that because they cannot have their cake and eat it too. They're either going to take the science that they shove down everybody's throat to take their freedom, and that means that we need to be taking all of their shit away from them because they're flat out narcissists, serial killers, sociopaths, psychopaths, fuck ass niggas. Okay? And that's me explaining it the way they explain you to you. The way they explain you to you when they're telling you your ass is crazy and you're fucked up. Meanwhile, you are being attacked on every level. Every level. Every level. Including spiritually. So, that's not my explanation of why they act in the way they act in. That's their defined explanation. They have codexes of their science, right? So they have to either accept it, admit it, and move on. And you know what they say about the narcissist. When you call their ass out for a narcissist, they try to kill your ass. Okay? They done tried it already. Tried it already. Premeditatedly. Okay? And you still see me fucking sitting here. You still see me sitting here. And I call them out every chance I get because I'm like, we're not about to sit here and waste our time listening to this fuck ass shit when these niggas out here doing this shit. We're not about to do it. Empowerment, okay? All the way. And no fear, no mercy, nothing. I know how to shut off my empathy, okay? Shut it off. So, they say that you are evil because you want to have an abortion and you are trying to kill a kid and that it's not the kid's fault, da da da. But if you go into their religion, their religious doctrines are very clear about demonic spirits. Very clear. It's very clear. If a child is conceived in some type of heinous way, if they're traumatized in some type of heinous way, they're going to have a dark entity attached to them. If they look like demons and they act like demons, no matter what fucking doctrine that they claiming, they trying to get them damn dark entities up in this bitch. They are attached to the whole entire government that be fiddle-faddling around with the damn dark entities left and right. The same people who worked with African black magic practitioners, because it was a red flag to me when I started seeing white people going over to India and going over to Africa, going to see shamans and shit. I'm like, first of all, most of them niggas that's left over in Africa, they were the niggas that sold us. I'm part of the first people that left Africa. What the fuck you think we left out that bitch for? Now, don't get me wrong. There's several different reasons why we would have left up out that bitch. But, trust and believe, if a nigga was trying to sacrifice you or use you as payment to get some black magic done, yeah, I would have been out too. Because they doing that present day. They still killing people with albinism. They still killing people. And spirituality is not that. That's not our spirituality. Our spirituality is with nature. We have a symbiosis with nature. And there's a lot of people that believe a lot of different things, but these people that are doing that, they're using nature. They're connecting to spirits, but they're demonic ass spirits themselves. They got shit with them themselves. And then they're taking children as nobody. We wouldn't do that. First of all, even if Mother Earth eats blood and bone, okay? Even if she's about a bitch like that, she not over here talking about somebody sacrifice no fucking kid. She not over here doing that. That's shit that they did. That's shit that they're talking about. That's shit that they do. And our ancestors, our enslaved ancestors used that same thing that they saw, that they did. They used that for protection against the slavers. So they didn't have any karmic debt attached to that, because it was a protection that they used to keep, keep these people who are already demonic as shit, and working with those same damn ass demonic people to keep them held down. 2023, if you fucking with black magic and your ass is from the diaspora and you not protecting yourself from the damn the oppressor, bitch, you got a karmic debt. You got karmic debt. You're gonna be in trouble. And you don't even need it. Girl, boy, we got the power in us that we don't even need it. Okay? That's how lit our asses are. We don't even need it. With our minds alone. We don't even, you know how they say there's power in the tongue, there's power in the... I do not protect myself with words. We live in an age where these niggas spy on every word that you say. And they still trying to tap the encryption of your mind so that they can even know what spell you saying to protect yourself, so they can try to break your shit. Okay? You shouldn't be saying shit out loud. I don't know what the fuck y'all asses are doing. Nothing. Every app you got on your phone is recording you. Almost every single one. And you saying spells out loud and then wondering why your life is going through some shit. Listen. It is what it is. So, how can those people sit there and claim that they're morally sound when, well, let's go over it. They set us up to be in on the struggle with shit ass quality of life, unable to afford to take care of any child that anybody would have had. Okay? Some of these people barely even take care of their animals. I'd be like, oh, these animals. Okay? Who's sitting here trying to be pushing out no damn kid? Not me. Not me. And mistakes happen and situations happen, okay? But if you go and and I'm going to address it, because they'll say, oh, you put yourself in that situation, da-da-da. You are allowed to go out. Jesus turned water into wine. Jesus turned water into wine. Fuck you mean we can't drink? The fuck do you mean? They out there drinking. When you out there drinking, it's nothing wrong with that. Guess what, though? The niggas that are clocking your ass, looking to slip a dick in every chance that they get when your ass is drinking, them niggas are demonic. Them niggas they have ill intent. They have ill intent. That has nothing to do with you. But that still brings some dark energy to you. And now you are conceiving a child that is now mixed with light and dark. And everybody has a light and dark side to them. But we're talking about light and dark spirit. So then a light and dark spirit can then go into this world where it's now they're living on the struggle and in oppression. What fucking side of the spirit, what spiritual side you think they're going to lean to? Who thrives off of oppression and the struggle? Who thrives off of fucking torture and torment? Dark entities. Who thrives off of fear? Dark entities. And they want them. They want them. They the ones asking for them. Because look at what they look like. Listen, you could push it off as genetics, da-da-da-da. It's plenty of white people out here that they look good as shit when their ass is young. They look, when their ass is old. They look young when their ass is old. Plenty. You know the types that they are? Not niggas that's out here doing the fuck shit. Not niggas that's out here on that hateful shit. Them. The ones that's looking greasy and looking like the fucking water is being sucked from their goddamn skin. Them niggas are out there doing no damn good. That's how you know. Why do you think when you watch movies... Hold on a second. I told you when I start talking about that. He don't like it. He don't like it. He in trouble. Because he a little wanted to suck the life force out of you type of minion. And somebody put something on him. So I have to deal with that now. Now. See? Now he almost messed up my train of thought. See? Fucking with it. Oh! When you look at one of them. And you see. That they look like that. That's how you know. Oh, that's why when Disney and all these entertainment companies, they put movies out about witches, right? Every single one of the negative bad witches that they show you on the TV, they got moles all over their face. They look like old and raggedy. That's what they look like. What the shit? And why is nobody seeing that shit? They look raggedy. This is, I didn't even, look, I was about to cut, I didn't even groom myself yet, okay? And still look better, leaps and bounds, better than these freaking people, even my age. My age. Because I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit. They out there doing that shit. And they may, it could be, because I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. Because, you know, I don't want to drag them this bad. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt of some of them. That they not actively doing their own spells and stuff. The thing is, what they act like they don't understand the power of the tongue. They might not understand the power of the tongue. And then they go out there talking that shit. And trying to put shit on us. And we're out here like, Don't you see what your ass is doing? Because look at the blonde-haired lady, the politician. What's her name? Mallory somebody. We don't be paying attention to her because she got something with her. She got something with her. Okay? And you know, brown people know what the fuck that means. And it ain't, you got to be real special education white person not to understand what that means. She got something with her. She was in the court down in Atlanta, all acting all wow, $400 billion went missing, and there's rampant fraud and this and that. I'm like, why she acting all wow, like she don't know what they doing? Like she don't know that they creating criminals. Because it's not a lot of people that's going to be out here pussy popping on a handstand. And that's no disrespect to that, because when they doing it, they doing it. We ain't doing it. It ain't me pussy popping on a handstand. It ain't me stripping on no damn stripping pole, okay? I will become a whole assassin before I strip on a damn stripping pole, okay? And it is what it is. The thing is, I don't even need to do that. We don't even need to do that. But they got us thinking that we need to do that, because when you have people in desperation and you have people on the struggle, I've been there. I've been to the point, I'm like, man, I had to rob somebody. Like, you know what I mean? I had that thought process. I'm about to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how bad it's been. So when I look at, you know, the crime and things that's going on, I look at it and I'm like, this is what these people's mentality is on. And then, you know, and then while simultaneously they're talking about gangs and stuff, like, what gangs have ever been fucking with you? Regular people. Statistics show that the gangs are not fucking with you. They having their own warfare. Number one, they're not even fucking with no white people. White people not fucking with us. The white people that's fucking with us is the ones in positions of authority. The ones who are fucking killing us are the ones that are in the positions of authority over us. Okay? Those are the ones that's killing us. Not regular white people. And the gang's not even fucking with us, because they're killing. They're in gangs based off of their race. Many of them. And even if they have different ideologies in their gangs, there's specific types of gangs with specific types of races. So if they're fighting each other, yeah, they're going to be killing black people. They're not killing everyday working class people. They're not up in there yet. They will be, and y'all will be right up in there with them if it's up to these white people. Oh my God, stop blowing up my damn phone. If it's up to these white supremacists, they will have all of us home invading each other and fucking up each other, impoverished, and that in those dire constraints, to the point where that we would feel we will be in that much desperation. And they don't have no fear, because they get paid from our tax dollars. They pay for with our tax dollars for security. Many of them have compounds and everything, cameras all up over they shit. Okay. The thing is their arrogance is what will get them, because they had to get their ass up out of Afghanistan. They had to get their ass up out of there, because them niggas about it. And when niggas get bout it, and bout it ass niggas get bout it, they not giving a fuck about no security, no none of that shit, no whatever. Listen. They not worrying about none of that shit. I'm not going to go into that, because you know they already paranoid already. You know they already paranoid already. But I'm just saying, they wouldn't be doing... It wouldn't be nothing that they got up in this bitch that would be able to be stopping them from being run up on and done up. Okay? Nothing. But they out here acting like they're holier than thou, and they need to be telling you what you need to do. God don't even be telling you that. God don't even be telling you that. And from my visions, from when I said what I said in my last video, we wasn't even doing that. What we said is what you're not going to be doing. You're not going to be having no little kids up in here, doing no nasty shit with no little kids. And you're not going to be doing no weird-ass daddy, mommy, weird-ass sexual fantasies. You're not going to be doing that. You're going to have to fix yourself. Because you're capable of fixing yourself. If you can't fix yourself, you need to go and be redone again. You need to be redone again. You want to be walking around acting like a fucking animal. That's how you're going to get treated. And that's how they getting treated. That's how they going to be getting treated, because that's how they acting. They acting like animals. They want to be able to... We talking about daddies that want to be telling their daughter they can't have an abortion. Meanwhile, trying not to support them, kicking them to the fucking street, putting them in poverty, vengefully putting them in poverty. And then... while they're homeless and poverty and on drugs, saying, listen, look, you see all, that's what they get, a bunch of drug addicts. You a bunch of drug addicts and da-da-da-da. Because that's what they doing. The thing is, them children talking about this shit. Them children telling us about the fucking shit that they went through. So we know that they ain't nothing but a bunch of abusers, oppressors, trying to have a one-up on somebody else. And because I've been through it personally, no matter how much a nigga smiles in your face, no matter how much they tell you they love you, if they are actively, that's why I'm gonna hit a real controversial subject right now. Black people try to say that there's no racism in the black culture, because that was a construct, that was a white people thing, and what we're seeing is colorism, because white people basically orchestrated that. Now, while at first it made sense on the surface level, I had to start having my own free thinking. And I look at it like this. A person who doesn't like you, they can still support you. For example, I've had Muslim family members, I supported their business. You think they fucking supported mine? No, because they held to their fucking beliefs. They held to their beliefs. They think that gay shit is evil, okay? They didn't fucking support me, not with a penny up in this bitch, okay? You see me buying bean pies left and right up in this motherfucker. Meanwhile, many of these bitches are under the fucking foot of a fucking man, while these niggas are over here claiming that they on a damn matriarchy. And now all of a sudden they want to get upset about the you know, women's rights, and now they want to see it. Now they want to see it. But you can support people that you don't agree with, and that you don't, you feel as though, okay, this is not right. Because we doing it every day. We don't agree with a lot of the shit these Republicans doing. We don't agree with a lot of shit that these damn Democrats doing. But don't you see us paying money every time we fucking turn around? And don't get me wrong, we in between a rock and a hard place. But even if we in between a rock and a hard place, sometimes We like, listen, we gotta have to buy some shit from Amazon because they over here fucking with the damn shipping so goddamn. It's still forced. It's still forced. Because if it was me, I'd be up on Alibaba buying my shit in bulk. I'm gonna be fucking with these niggas. And I wouldn't give a shit to wait. But they fucked with the tariffs. They over here fucking with shit. And now you gotta pay fucking Jeff fucking rich ass Bezos, who's a fucking whole look demon fucking minion, who his whole fucking wife know that he ain't shit, to the fact that she fucking left his trash ass and took his fucking money and went and married a fucking teacher because the bitch got some goddamn morals to her. Nigga treating his employees like shit and then turn around sitting over there acting like what? And then he think he getting away with something because he got him a super yacht. These white people they be trying to tell us that, oh, they don't wear labels and they're frugal like my Bill Gates Microsoft. Bill Gates a Scorpio, level 1 Scorpio. Level 1 Scorpio. Okay? Level 1. The worst of the worst. Because while he's sitting over there saying he don't buy da-da-da-da, his house is worth mad money. The nigga got jet and everything, okay? They offsetting their money with toys instead of paying their employees. Meanwhile, they can get tax breaks and credits for paying their employees right and doing right by their employees. They choose to be evil fucks. They choose to be. They don't have no fucking excuse. Oh my God. Yo, something blowing up my phone. When you start speaking of the devil, they start showing up. Trust and believe. So they sit there and act like they not doing what they ass is doing. They sit there and act like they ass not. They look like it, and they tell you not to judge a book by its cover. But if a nigga got leprosy, and they fucking skin hanging off, they looking like a goddamn zombie, you gonna say that nigga got leprosy. That's what you're going to say. You don't need a fucking science kit. Back in the day, they didn't have no damn science lab. When a nigga had leprosy, the nigga had leprosy and that's it. That's how we looking at them. Because that's what it is. They told you not to judge a book by its fucking cover. Meanwhile, as soon as they see a little bit of brown skin, as soon as they see your ass loving a fucking brown person, oh, you a nigga lover and you're going too. Okay? They setting your shit up too. You see blockages left and right in your fucking life, you know. And if you don't know, you better know that that's what it is. That's what it is. So, 47 minutes. I'm going to leave it with the whole entire point is they are citing doctrine about basically evil and completely acting like blind niggas, like they don't see their own goddamn evil. Their own evil. Their own shit that they're doing. And then they act like they give a shit about a fetus only because they want it to be the transporter for the dark energy that they feed off of and get power from. You better leave it alone. You better fucking turn up. Matter of fact, you better go old school. It's a lot of plants up in this bitch. It's a lot of plants. Mother Earth, I said, is abundant. Okay? And always provides. And you better know what that shit means, and that's it. And if you don't know, you better fucking ask somebody. You better ask somebody. You shouldn't even be worried about, oh, they took this pill off the shelf. You better leave. Let them go fuck around and waste their fucking time. That's what you should do. That's what you should do, because bitches been dealing with this fucking problem since back when they started they fuck ass shit. And I'm going to leave it at that.